Thanks for watching this short helpful video for SharePoint Oregon.gov sites. In this video, we'll discuss things to consider about building a view, how to build a view of a list, and see the difference a view makes. Before you build, when a custom view of a list is to be used, the purpose for the view should be considered. In this session, I'll be using a list that was built in the Building a List video and creating two views of that list for different display needs. My needs are to display only those staff members who are full-time and to display a list of staff that are currently active seasonal employees. We'll build the view that displays full-time employees first. Navigate to the list. Activate the List tab in the ribbon and go to the list settings. Scroll down to the Views section of the page and notice that the only view is currently the All Items. Click Create View. We'll choose the standard view, and this is the norm. Name the view Full-Time Employees. I'm not setting this as the default view, but it could be if needed. The view should be public. This doesn't mean that the general public can see it. It will only be seen when included on a page in a web part. Private views introduce permissions problems. In the Columns section, choose the columns to be displayed in this view. For this purpose, we want all but the employment type and active column displayed, so I'm unchecking those two. In the Sort section, I'll set my view to sort by the name column alphabetically. Now, I'll have the view filter for its contents by setting it to show only items when the employment type column is equal to full-time. That's all I need to do for this view. We'll scroll and click OK when the settings are complete. SharePoint will deliver you to the new view of the list that you just created and add the new view to the list of views on the List Settings page. Notice that all the entries included in this view were those with the full-time in the employment type column. When setting a web part to consume this view, these will be the only entries that are displayed. If the employment type column value is changed for an employee, the view will update, which means that the page containing the web part will automatically change to reflect the updated information. Views can be built to filter on any column value except calculated and multiple lines of text column types. Now I want a view that shows me all active seasonal employees. So I have to identify two filters that will act together to reduce the list to only those items that qualify. I'll enter the list settings as before and choose Create View. Standard view, we'll name it Active Seasonal Staff. It will not be the default, and we'll set it to Public. For this purpose, I want the name and phone number to show, but I'll also include employment type just to illustrate the point. I'll uncheck all but name, phone number, and employment type columns. We'll sort by name alphabetically again, and here's the filter part. We'll set two filters. First, filter for items where active column is equal to yes. And the employment type column is equal to seasonal. Then we'll scroll down and click OK. The new view shows us exactly what we asked for. These seasonal employees are active and only shows us the columns asked for. Now when I put the data tables web part on a page, I can point to the list and the view that is useful for the context of the page. More on that in the data tables web part video. Sometimes you'll be looking at one view and then want to look at another. To flip between views, you can simply use the view links near the top of of a list view and choose the view you want. If more than 3 views have been created for a list, then the additional views are found in the More menu, along with the selection to modify the current view and to create a new view. Views can also be accessed in the List tab in the ribbon under Current View. Choose the view desired, and that view will be displayed. Be sure to watch the videos on web parts where the relationship between list views and web parts are described and demonstrated for other purposes. Thanks for watching this video on building list views for SharePoint Oregon.gov websites. If you have questions, please contact the Oregon e-Government Service Desk at egovhelp@oregon.gov.